So in today's, I would say the key word is financial independence. So very much needed. So just, I want you to imagine you're in a conversation and someone asks you about your salary. So what's your first instinct? Do you deflect or do you laugh nervously? Or do you say, अरे बस चल रहा है? Or do you change the topic entirely? Now, this question is actually directed at the women of the group. And now let's imagine something else. A man in the same room is asked the same question. Why I'm giving this example? Because usually we consider that most females are homemakers and men still, they have the primary responsibility for earning. So he answers confidently, no hesitation, no guilt. So what's the difference? So today we are talking about something most of us think about, but rarely talk about openly. Something that quietly shapes our choices, our relationships, and our sense of self today. Today we are talking about financial independence for our inner freedom. Let me tell you, money is not just currency, it's confidence, safety, and more importantly, it's choice. And let's be honest, we've all heard the messaging money can't buy happiness. पैसे से सब कुछ नहीं मिलता. Family and love matter more. Yes, absolutely. Love matters, connection matters. But here's what nobody tells you money buys freedom. And freedom is where happiness actually lives. So, financial independence isn't about becoming crorpatis or buying luxury cars. It's not greed, ambition, r- ambition basically running wild or forgetting your values. It's emotional security. It's knowing that if something goes wrong, you won't be trapped. That if someone disrespects you, you can walk away. That your dreams don't need anyone else's permission or approval. Money gives you the ability to say no without fear. And that changes everything. But here is when it gets tricky, especially as I mentioned in the beginning, for women in India. You've been conditioned to feel guilty about money, guilty for earning it, guilty for wanting it, guilty for keeping it. Just imagine a 22-year-old woman gets her first salary. She's excited, she worked hard. But instead of celebrating, she hears, इतना कमा रही हो, शादी में प्रॉब्लम होगी, लड़के इनसिक्योर हो जाएंगे. And she learns, oh, my income is a threat, not an achievement. Or this, a 35-year-old woman wants to start investing in mutual funds. And she asks her husband for advice. And he says, तू टेंशन मत ले, मैं देख लूंगा, तुम्हें ये सब समझ नहीं आएगा. And she learns money is a man's domain, not mine or not hers. So this, a teenager receives money as a gift from her grandmom. Her mother says, ये पैसे मैं रख देती हूँ तेरे लिए, तुझे अभी जरूरत नहीं है. And she learns, okay, I can't be trusted with my own money. So these aren't small moments. These are scripts that write our futures. Because when you are taught that money isn't yours to earn, manage, or control, you're also being taught that your life isn't fully yours either. So now let's flip the script. Financial independence is the ability to leave a toxic workplace without panic. It's being able to walk out of a marriage that hurts you without wondering where you live. It's saying, I'll pay for myself without waiting for permission or approval. And it's this: a woman in her 40s discovers her husband has been hiding debt. She's terrified, but she has her own savings, her own account, her own income. She doesn't have to stay silent. She has options, and that's power. Or this: a 19-year-old wants to study abroad. Her parents say no, but she's been working part time, saving every month. She applies anyway. She funds half of it herself, and that's not rebellion. That's financial autonomy creating life choices. Just take an example of a mother who wants to start a small business, a home bakery, a consulting gig, or a boutique. She doesn't ask for anyone's permission, she uses her own savings. She builds something that's hers, and that's not selfish. That's self respect in action. And here is the truth we need to normalize: financial strength is self respect. I'm sure many of you would love to hear this and understand this, that financial strength is self respect. It's not about being richer than someone else, it's about being able to stand on your own 2 feet. It's about knowing that your survival, your dignity, and your dreams are not dependent on someone else's mood, generosity, or approval. And yet we stay silent. We don't ask for raises. We charge for our work. We let others manage our money while we manage everything else. We feel guilty buying something for ourselves, but never question spending on everyone else. Why? Because somewhere along the way, we internalize this. Good women don't care about money. Let's reframe it. Financially aware women are the ones who change their families, their communities, and their futures. When you earn, you teach your daughters they can too. When you invest, you teach your sons that women are financially smart. And when you save, you teach everyone around you that security isn't luck, it's a choice. You're not being greedy, you're being responsible. You're not being selfish, you're being wise. So, where do we begin? Right here, right now, with one goal and one step. So, please take out your pens, write down one financial goal today. Just one, please. It could be as small as like saving 500 rupees every month and 5,000 by the year end. Start an emergency fund. And it's a great way to begin today because after 2 days we are having a new year, so you can have a resolution for the whole year. That from January onwards you'll be saving rupees 500 every month, and by the year end it should be raised to 5,000. And learn. It could be understanding mutual funds. Read one article on investing, watch one video on financial planning, anything. Even invest, open an SIP, SIP. Invest 1000 monthly. Start small. Start smart. Or many of you can even have it like earn better. Ask for that raise. Increase your freelancing rate. Start that side hustle you've been thinking about. Just write it down. You want to save, you want to learn, you want to invest, you want to earn better. It can be anything. And then, and this is the most important part, write one first step towards it. Not 10, not 5, just one. I've always advocated baby steps. For example, it can be I'll open a saving account this week. I'll talk to a financial advisor next Monday. Or I'll track my expenses for the next 7 days. Or I'll ask my manager for a salary review conversation. Small step, just clear action, real change, and make that happen in your life. And be consistent with that every week, every month. And let me leave you with this. Your financial independence is not a luxury, it's not optional, it's not something you can get to someday. It is the foundation of your inner freedom. And inner freedom, that's where your real life begins. The one where you choose, not comply, where you create, not just cope, and where you stand tall, not small. Money won't solve every problem, definitely, but it will give you the power to solve your own. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the right time. Because I'll always say the right time is now. Just always remember that. भविष्य का कभी मुहूर्त मत निकालिए. Just do it. Don't wait until you're older, married, settled, or certain. Start now. Start small. Start with that one goal and that one step. Because the woman who controls the money, she controls the life. Yes. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.